welcome to your stretch video. We will be using a strap, some pillows you want nearby, some blocks we can mix in during the stretch. Let's start. I wanted to start with some footwork and some breathing. So for the first part, what we're going to do, you're going to tuck your toes under. You may want to grab a pillow, depending how sensitive your feet are. We're going to sit back onto the heels. If that doesn't work, you can be here. If that's too intense, you can lean forward a bit. And let's just start. Your toes are tucked under. I want you to hug the ankles in towards each other. And then just gently take the hands onto the thighs. Roll your shoulders back. Connect into your breath. You can close your eyes if you like. So feeling the intensity through the ankles. Make sure you can still maintain your breath. It's not so uncomfortable that you find it interferes. So set yourself up. We'll be here another 30 seconds. Inhaling through your nose. Allowing the ribs to expand, belly expands. On the exhale, maybe sinking a little deeper towards the floor. Soften your jaw. On the next breath, take yourself forward. We'll transition now to flatten out your feet. Still keep the ankles hugging in. Drop back again. If that's too much, place something under the hips. We'll come back down to the floor. Keep the ankles hugging in. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the nose, trying to extend the exhale a little longer. And we'll sit another 30 seconds. Coming off the feet, just take the hips to the side. We'll take the heels out and do a few of the windshield wipers. So for the stretches coming up, we're going to hold a minute to maybe up to 2 minutes for each stretch. This way we release a little bit more through our connective tissue. Couple more. Okay. So as we move in and out of the poses, also try and change slowly into each. Take your time getting into it. We're going to step, tuck the toes under, take the heels a little closer together, knees wider. Coming into a thread the needle position. You can have your blocks handy or the pillows. Come on the left fingertips. We're going to inhale, open up the chest. And as you exhale, thread that arm through, dropping the shoulder down. If it doesn't touch the floor, you put a block there. Reach the left arm out. Lift the hips a little higher down and then thread it even deeper through. and then we will stay in this position. So make it as comfortable as you can, and if that means placing blocks under the belly, under the head, so you can release a little deeper into it. Keep the hips up a little higher. On your next breath, slide the arm back in. Press the floor away from you. Bring the hands side by side. Then we'll come up onto the fingertips. Inhale. I'm going the same side. Inhale. And exhale, scoop around here. Let the shoulder drop. Trying to stack one shoulder over the other, and maybe then extending this arm and staying here for a minute. So keep the hips elevated and then sink through the ribs. Soften your jaw. You can always close your eyes if you like. Reach the tail away from the crown of the head. Just another few breaths. Exhale, draw the arm back in. Inhale, press up. And for the next one, we'll work into stretching our chest out a little bit. So you can take a block, will add more intensity. We're going to come onto our belly to start. So coming out here, my legs are blocked by the wall, but feel free to take your legs straight. And then you're either here, if that feels enough, you just stay. So we're going to raise the arm up a little higher. If you want a bit more intensity, then you place the forearm on the block, like that. Take the head to the left side. And then we just stay here. If you don't feel enough of a stretch, you can play with where you place the arm a little bit. Feel like you keep lengthening that arm and then relaxing, dropping shoulder down. couple more breaths. And then just take the head back through center, slide the arm in, and we can take it to the other side. Okay, so start. Extend the arm out a little closer to the ear. Use the block for added chest opener, and then settle yourself to the ground. Look away from your stretched arm. Extending through that arm, lengthening while you settle deeper into the stretch. One more breath. And then take the head back through center. Take the arm in. We'll press up and back just for a moment to counter stretch. Hold here. Take a couple breaths in that child's pose. Dropping the head down. Here. And then take it up. For the next one, we'll use the strap as an option, or a belt, whatever works. We're going to come onto our side. You can use the block or a pillow to place your head on. So start extending the lower leg, and then cross the ankle, the front top leg over. Now we're going to start to bend, hinge from the hips. Use this lower leg to push this one forward, so feeling hip work. You can stay here if this is enough. That hip, push the knee away. Next option is to extend, and then if you can't reach, you can use the strap to add a bit of hamstring stretch. But still make it relatively gentle. Then we'll settle in here, push the foot into the floor, knee away, and hold. Still reach your tailbone back a little bit, and stay with it. We'll hold another 30 seconds. Again, you're free to close the eyes to get a little more relaxation response. Okay, and then we'll gently come out of it. We'll stay on this side. Draw the leg back. Press up for a moment. We're going to take a block or a pillow, maybe, if it's more comfortable, under the side of the rib. So we come into a bit of a side stretch, so you can build it up as much as is comfortable. Then you can rest the head on the hand, so a little bit of that side stretch. I'm going to fold this leg back, and I'm going to keep pressing this ankle back, knee open. Then I'm going to bring the arm up and over, just rest it passively here. For this stretch, a little tuck of the tail, stretching into our ribs, shoulders, hip. can build yourself up more into the rib cage if you need a bit of a deeper stretch. Hold a little longer. Okay, let it go. Come out of it gently. Now take the legs 90 degrees, press it up. Option here is to use a block or a pillow between the knees, just get a bit better hip alignment. Then block, pillow if you want, if you find you can't get close enough to the ground. We are going to do kind of a reverse twist, so turn the rib cage to face the ground, prop yourself up however you need. And then we will come down here. Take a look at your knees, keep them in line. And we'll stay here, nice thoracic rib cage stretch. Prop yourself up to make it as comfortable as possible. Breaths here. Okay, we'll take ourselves up and we will do those on the other side. So just have your props ready. The first one will take the head onto the block, have the strap if you need it. Okay, we start here, cross the ankle. Lower leg pushes the ankle forward, so where you feel good enough stretch here. You stay, full just hip, or you can try to extend. If you can't grab the toe, we can use our strap. And then we'll stay here. Try to have the heel and toe on the same level if you're extending the leg. And breathe into that hip. Stay 2 more breaths. Okay, let that release. Take the leg back, open the hip press yourself up, and then build yourself an arc. Support here. We'll come down over. You can swing this leg back, tuck the tail a little bit, and this arm can arch over, this one can support the head. Staying here, creating that length all through that top side here. And settle in. More breaths. Good. Again, come out of it nice and slow. Okay, press up. Use your block between the knees now. 90-90. Knees hip width apart. Take yourself up. Try to rotate the chest down towards the floor. Lower yourself slow. Keep an eye on that one knee's not coming more forward than the other. Keep them aligned. And then we'll drop down, support as needed. Here under the ribs. Or both. And stay. Focus on the breath. Hold a couple more breaths and then we'll change. So we'll come into the frog position next. Blocks or blocker blocks can be used. So we'll start here. Start to bring the feet out, trying to maintain that 90 degrees. And then you can take your chest down here. You can bring the block forward. We're gonna hold 2 minutes for this one. So you can take the head to the side for the first minute and settle in here. If you don't need the blocks, don't use them. So instead of, we're not in this forward position for this one, we're trying to keep hips in line with the knees. This one's really about letting go, releasing through the front of the pelvis. remind yourself to relax your shoulders. And taking yourself up. We'll do one more minute. You can transition to look to the other side here. And settling in here. Even noticing if you have differences in tightness of the neck when you go to one side. Can you soften your shoulders even more? Can you let the pelvis drop even closer to the floor? Inhale, let's take yourself up. And then the final pose we'll do is a butterfly position with a little bit of a chest opener. Okay, so it's gonna go deeper if you do it this way. Rib cage, head there. A little gentler, more gentler. Or nothing at all. So figure what works, and then what we'll do is we'll use our strap. So hopefully your strap's long enough to hook it under the hips. We'll make a big loop. Okay. So behind the hips, and then under the ankles, and have the tightening part close so you can kind of pull yourself as tight as you feel is comfortable. You're going to take it more onto the sacrum here, and then it's going to force a bit of an more opening through the hips. And then from here, you can come down to here. You can lower it if that's too intense. And we will hang here for the last little bit. All right. Relax your jaw, relax the space between the eyebrows, front of the rib cage, heavy down towards the floor. You can deepen it if it feels okay on the neck by dropping that top block, more of a throat opener. Softening the front of the hip crease. more breaths. Now to come out of it, first just support your head, bring the chin to the chest. Then you can take the hands down, push yourself up. We'll extend the legs out. And then you're welcome to come into corpse pose for the last however minutes you want. We can just fade out. I hope you enjoyed that.